This is George Prieston with the Boxing Index. I'm delighted to be joined in Liverpool by Robbie Davis Jr. How are we doing on fight week, sir?
Feeling good, feeling very good. Can't wait for Saturday night now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge Liverpool fight card as well. We saw what happened 8 weeks ago with the other Smith-Fowler fight card. Just how excited are you to be back in Liverpool fighting in front of so many home fans?
Yeah, it gives you that extra buzz. Obviously, it's great to be on these shows anyway, but then when it's in your own town, it just gives you that extra buzz to be in your own city, and I'm relishing it.
Talk about a must-win fight on stage then. You mentioned it, obviously, you said all your interviews to building up. It's such a big fight. Just how big a test are you expecting on Saturday?
I'm just preparing for the best Henry Lundy. Whatever he brings to the table, I'm going to be ready for it. He keeps talking about he's going to take me to the doghouse, as he would talk, but I think his game's more being a slick boxer and his head movement behind that low from his knee jab, things like that. So he might change his game up for fighting me. He might have looked at something in my arsenal, what he thinks he can exploit in other ways, but no matter what he brings, I've had a great camp. I'm in the best condition I've been in a long while, and no matter what he brings to the table, I'm going to be ready on Saturday night.
Is this the best Robbie Davis Jr. we've seen so far then?
Yeah, definitely. This is the best version of me, what everyone's going to see on Saturday night.
I mean, he's got that wealth of experience against, the big names, so some of the big names in the division. Just how important is it for you to experience fighting someone like that at this stage of your career?
Yes, a lot of them fights he's talked his way into them, and he has been in with some of the top names in the division or over the years. As he's moved up through the divisions to lightweight, light welter, he's fought the best, but he's always fell short. So it's one thing to say you've fought them, but it's another thing to say you've actually beat them. So I will take it into consideration of the experience he's got being at that higher level, but it's not going to make a difference on Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, he talks a good game. I mean, it's funny to see an American who's so brash talking like that. I mean, how have you taken it all in your stride in terms of it's quite a different build-up to maybe what you usually used to?
No, I've had some build-ups before in the past with proper needle, like where it's real. This is on his end. It's just like building a bit of hype on the fight. I think it helps some fighters like himself get up for it more. Where I'm just pretty chilled, as you said before. I'm pretty chilled, and I won't be ready to go until Saturday night. Up until then, I'll just be as chilled as anything.
It's good to get a good run out last time. I know it was a late notice opponent and stuff, but it was good to get a win nonetheless and just keep you ticking over.
Yeah, I was literally in the back. We had Fowler on the card. That was it, and I was just in the back on the Thursday night, and seen Eddie come up through the back way, and he was saying something to Shane, and then he walks over to me and he goes, because before that I've been moaning a bit on my socials, admittedly, and then he said to me, "You going to stop moaning?" I went, "Oh, I'm not moaning." And he went, "Do you want to fight?" And I went, "When?" And he went, "Saturday. This is Thursday at the presser." And I looked down the corridor and looked at Shane, and Shane looked at me as if to say, "It's up to you." And I went, "Go ahead." And he went, "All right, if I can get you an opponent, you can fight." And then we weighed in at 10 o'clock in the night on Friday, and I was like, "Let's go."
It's certainly a very different story to what you're used to. But I mean, that was a great night, obviously, looking back now. But obviously, we've got Peter McGrail and Joe McGrail on this card as well. And how well do you know them, and how excited are you to see them their careers blossom?
Yeah, I've known Peter for a long time, watched him over the amateurs, numerous titles, quality fighter. And young Joe, I've never really seen him, only since he's been coming on the scene with Peter. I was just saying to Peter before, absolute double of him. I couldn't believe how much they look alike. But I know if he's anything like his brother, he'll be very dedicated. He'll be listening to what Peter's got to say for him, listening to advice, and I'm sure the two of them are going to do great in the pro game.
Yeah. So, could we just get a prediction for Saturday night? I mean, obviously we're looking for the win. Is it all about the win, or are you looking to put on a bit of statement performance?
It more depends on how he approaches the fight. I'm just waiting to put on a big performance and get the win.
That's what it's all about. Thank you, Robbie Davis Jr. for your time, and this has been George Prieston with the Boxing Index. Thanks so much.